All right, good afternoon, everybody. Everybody can hear me? Great, thank you. I am Dan, W1DAN, with the Wellesley Amateur Radio Society, and we celebrated 75 years this past year, and we had some fun doing it. So I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of our times in the past and then explain how we pulled off 75 years and how you can do that. The main thing about celebrating your club is getting people involved and interesting and sharing the excitement of your radio club. And for our case, it was our history in our club. And we had a few people who were still involved, who'd been involved for many years, and then some new people who were interested in doing stuff. So this is our club. We were formed in 1952, and it took a while for us to find out exactly when we were formed. Some research. One of our guys went down to the ARRL and determined when we were affiliated with them. But before we were affiliated in 52, some of the founding members were involved in Wellesley civil defense during World War II. And after the war, they kept getting together and doing nets on the weekends and put together a club. And the town was interested, and they supported that. So we've gone through being a teaching club, helping people get their licenses, to contesting. We became a major contest club in the 1970s and early 80s, to more public service, to doing modern stuff like sodas, POTAs, and digital modes and whatnot. So our planning started a few years back when I started having one of our club members do some scanning of our old newsletters. People were giving me documents and photos and whatnot, and I ended up keeping all of this information with a little bit of the idea of celebrating when we got to 75. Within a couple of years, we started putting a plan together, and with the advanced planning, the stuff came together. Before the 75th year, we put a committee together of a few key people who were able to do various things. And a lot of that, my part was historical. And then media part, we had our current president did the party planning and got all that together, which took a lot of effort as well. So the key here is plan early. Get your jobs separated to various members who are willing to do it, interested in doing, and enjoy the excitement of doing all this, because it's a real thing. One fun note, we actually managed the entire Boston Marathon race communications in the late 70s and early 80s. It's a major undertaking. So our historical committee ended up being people who research, writing, scanning of documents, and then getting all the newsletters together. And what we came up with the idea of doing is, for the entire year of our celebration, create a very nice, interesting historical article starting from the very earliest days for every month of our newsletter throughout the year. So somebody had like a 6 or 10 page article in our newsletter that explained our history, and our newsletter became our official historical document. So that was interesting to do. Of course, you guys talk on repeaters. This was our first repeater. So we didn't know much about our earliest history, so we had to go to the Wellesley Library, ARRL, talk to people, talk to other people, read up some of the old newsletters. A little bit of our history was in earlier newsletters, and gather all this stuff together. So as you can see, we got young people involved in the 1980s. Newsletter archive. We had boatloads of newsletters. We didn't have every single one, but we had most of them. We got KB1OTQ. Took him about 2 years to scan a bunch of newsletters. And then one of our club members, who was a key member in the 70s, gave me a box of stuff, which was great. We scanned that. And then Nels, K1UR, who's out in the flea market selling here, loved to photograph things with a SLR camera and make slides, Kodachrome slides. And he gave me a box of slides. And I bought a scanner and started scanning slides and photos. And that took a few months to do that. This is a slide from our 1976 25th anniversary field day in Boston Harbor. Came out really good. I like the quality of the slides. So took a long time to do them. Beautiful history, lovely photos. Restoration was not hard, and it was great. Here's another wonderful slide. Tom N1CPE, he's here in the flea market. He's talking on Mars Sunday. Still very much involved. This is him when he was very young doing Mount Equinox VHF contests. So, with all the scanning, with all of the slide scanning, with all the document scanning, the photos, we needed space. One of our clubs in California had a network-attached storage. So we put all this stuff on a network-attached storage and started organizing it in various ways. This helped serve our creating our newsletter historical articles for this past year. And then we eventually did something with the media, okay? We got together with the Digital Library of Amateur Radio Communications, DLARC, and uploaded all of it to them. So now this is all on the public internet on archive.org, okay? This is our DLARC page. You can search anything. There's stuff about me that's starting to come up that nobody knew, okay? The club, of course, morphed into doing different things. We got heavy into field day, and our young people started getting a little bit older, but we still got very much involved and still do a lot of stuff today. For the 75th, we launched a new website. We had business cards made. We had a unique 75th logo created for the event. Okay, here's a field day with an old TS520. Here's the talk on the history. This is the layout of the history articles that we did. Massive newsletters for each month that had photos, history, and stuff chronologically throughout the year. Okay. Our Wellesley parade in the 1990s. Part of all the scanning was a slide tray of the 1976 field day. So a member mailed me an audio cassette, was the audio track for the field day, that they ran a slide projector and played an audio cassette with the music and explaining everything. We transferred the audio cassette to digital restoration on it. I scanned all the slides. Joe N1FQZ created a video out of that, and we aired that at a club meeting, and it's now on YouTube. It's fun to see, and it's fun how they planned it all together. So, nobody knows what we did if we don't tell them, so we reached out to various people. And we created a press release, sent it to many people. We created articles for newspapers, for QST and other places, and specifically QRZ.com. We got Wicked Local publication. We got a notice on QST, Stray. We got honored at Wellesley Wonderful Weekend, which is the parade they do every year. And so we got the word out, which took a lot of effort. Okay. So with all this stuff, we also put together an 8-minute retrospective video, which explained our history very quickly and included as many people as we could in a short period of time. And we aired that at our next, at our party. We planned the party. So the party committee figured out when to do it. We decided not to do it in February because of snow, potential of snow. So we did it in May. And we put a lot of stuff together and decided to go to Ken's Steakhouse in Framingham, which is really good. So Sunday in May, we got all together. We did our signs. We got everybody to come out and look around at our history and enjoy people, old past presidents, talking about their time in the club and fun things they did and some hijinks. And we have passed awards out for various people, for people who accomplished things and played the video. Okay, here's K9HI presenting our plaque for our 75th, and other people telling stories here. and then people receiving awards. And a lot of these people who received awards did not know. Nobody was told us. They were really, really honored. Okay. So, at the end of the day, the takeaway of this, we had a lot of fun. We had a great time. We solidified our history. We published our history. Everybody can access it now. We know where we came from. We know what we're doing today and where we're going. Okay. We got engagement by people. We got some more club members. And we learned that we volunteered a lot. We contested a lot. We taught a lot. We gave a lot. And really had a good time. So that's basically it. So for you to do this, you got to plan early. You got to enjoy the excitement of what it is. You got to share the excitement. You got to figure out who's capable of doing certain things in your club and get them to do it, and make sure that you very, very carefully prod them along and help them along, help them as they can to reach these time goals that are defined in advance. Once you reach the time goals, you're done. Okay? So here's how to promote your club. All right? And here are web links to various things if you ever want to see this stuff online. Any questions?
I just learned through doing this presentation for this that our club turns 40 years old this coming year. I was hoping to do something, but it sounds like it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you solidify your history, you get your history. You know, I mean, all of our clubs, we've done so much good stuff in the past.
I've got boxes and boxes of old club material.
Don't throw it away.
No.
Share it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and divide that job amongst people, right? Don't take it all on yourself. Have some other people do some of it or whatever, and take the time. When's your 40th?
Well, it's going to be March would be the official date, but we could do it anytime next year.
Okay. So put together a committee, start figuring out what you want to do, and then start getting people involved to do that.
Yeah.
You know, many hands make light work.
Sure.
And have fun with it. Yes, anything else?
Yes, you talk about, something that's a lot of work and many hands. I found it difficult to get the people in the club psyched up to take part in doing things. It's always the same people all the time.
It is. Yeah. It tends to be. And I think you have to look at what you're trying to do and always look at the positive end of it. And I feel that every single person in our club has something to give. They have something to offer. They have some history. And that gets them involved and makes them feel more important in the club.
Oh, yeah, of course. I agree. And regards to the past newsletters, et cetera, when the original president moved away, he presented me with a carton of, here's all the past papers.
Yeah.
And I went through it all, and I put aside what was to be saved and what was not. As he said, it's a lot of work.
Yep.
And our anniversary is coming up this year, 25 years.
Okay.
And at first I was like, hey, we're going to have a party. And then I was like, oh, God, but it's work. So, and then also to find the site and the cost. We're one of these clubs, we don't have dues. We've never had dues.
Okay.
We always just pass the hat or get the 50-50.
So consider passing the hat to have Staples or some other commercial firm scan all of the media for you.
And also, a lot of the media is gone. I used to bring a lot of the media to field day, and so I would have it on the tables. And then I realized just this last year that the binder that I had, all of the original newsletters, I have no idea where it is.
Oh, scary.
I think I may suspect somebody from another club that we had left. They may have taken them home to read or to show to somebody else.
Yeah, you got to put the word out.
But as a matter of fact, I was invited to a picnic by one of the members for this coming up Thursday. So I just need to mention what it is that I'm looking for in a nice way, so it doesn't sound as if...
Spread the word, share it in an email or newsletters, put it in the newsletter, you're looking for this, and get the stuff back. We lost a lot of history. There's a lot of our history that's just gone, the beginning history. I had to piece it back together with a lot of research, so thank you. Yes?
Yes, our club just joined. We're 25 years last year. We had a party and HF event at a park with battery and rig. But there's something, what is it called?
DLARC.
DLARC.
Yep.
You can archive your news, your...
That's right. Yeah, we put our stuff up on DLARC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd mention.
Yeah, it's all there.
Right.
Yeah, it's a wonderful service. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Dan, how many people actually showed up to the event? And you mentioned there that you had an increase in membership. What did it actually do for your membership?
We got about 2 or 3 new people, and I'm thinking we got probably 36.
Okay.
Which is a high turnout. We're about 55, so we got most of the people there. Yeah.
Okay.
And we had to plan that. We had to RSVP early, set up the menu, set up the costs, and so on and so forth. Yeah. What else?
And so Warren's is 75 years old. Do you have a sense of the distribution of ages of clubs? Like, is that in the top 10%?
No. So W1OP Providence, I think, just did 100. And there are a number of clubs that are older. We were one of the younger ones. So in the World War II area, there were probably about 20 or 30 clubs in the Boston area.
Wow.
And so we're one of the latecomers, actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can I have you share your email so I can be in touch with you?
Yeah, so it's Dan Brown, W1DAN @gmail.com. My name, my call, Gmail. Dan Brown, W1DAN @gmail.com.
I confess to everyone that I have short-term memory and have to have everything written down. So
Me
that's
too.
why I was asking also if it's possible to get
Sure.
copies of the slides or
Yeah,
the presentation.
reach out, ask more questions, happy to answer. So, good. Anything else? Anybody? Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.